XCOM 2 is a game that I've spent dozens of hours on, not only with its PC version but on PlayStation 4 as well. It is no surprise then when 2K announced that there will be a Nintendo Switch version that includes all of the previously released DLC as well as the expansion pack. I was immediately intrigued. However, the collection is an ambitious port to the Switch and Virtuous Games certainly had their work cut out for them. XCOM 2 Collection, as mentioned, includes the base game, Shen's Last Gift, Anarchy's Children, Alien Hunters, as well as the Resistance Warrior DLC packs in addition to the War of the Chosen expansion pack. That is a lot of content in one collection. It is no surprise that it takes up a sizable amount, but how does the Switch version compare to the PC and other consoles? Firstly, looking at the story, XCOM 2 takes place roughly 20 years after the events of the first game, Enemy Unknown. You lost. Betrayed by the Council, XCOM was defeated and shattered by the alien invasion. The new extraterrestrial threat, Advent, has Earth under their control, and it's up to you to reassemble XCOM and take back Earth. The idea that you lost in the first game immediately stood out to me as it made for an interesting twist on the story. As your squad gains experience, you advance your mobile base called the Avenger, research new tech, upgrade gear and weapons, while preparing to defeat the Advent. The DLC introduces a few new elements to the game, including the Ruthless Rulers, while War of the Chosen fleshes out the lore even more, while adding additional missions and aliens. When you start the game, you can choose between playing the core XCOM 2 game or playing War of the Chosen. If this is your first run, it is recommended that you play vanilla XCOM 2, as War of the Chosen isn't an easy way to experience the game for the first time. Playing XCOM 2 on the go is a relatively pleasant experience, but that is simply because there is so much content packed in that it often distracts from the problems on this port. It is important to note that XCOM 2 also has a host of troubles on other consoles, but it is immediately noticeable on the Switch. The first and biggest difference is the downgrade in visuals. Muddy environments and low detail textures are seen too often, while pop-ins appear frequent enough where I'll often wait for a bit for it to load in at the start of a mission. Characters looks fine, but a bit off in comparison, and despite the amount of customizations in the game, it still won't look as clear or as smooth as when I played it on other platforms. Loading times can become a bit long, but more often than not, it felt like the game had frozen only for me to realize that it was actually still loading. Due to it being a turn-based real-time strategy game, frame rates aren't as important as it would be for a first-person title, but frame drops often makes the game very choppy at times, and it completely breaks the enjoyment for me. Playing on handheld mode compared to docked runs pretty much the same, however in handheld mode the UI doesn't seem to be optimized, which results in one cluttered mess. Considering that Virtuous Games did such a great job with the Bioshock collection on the Switch, I expected great things from the XCOM port as well. Sadly, that wasn't the case. The framerate drops, visual downgrade and cluttered UI makes it hard for me to recommend XCOM 2 on the Switch, especially if you've played this before on other platforms. Don't get me wrong, it's still an incredibly enjoyable game and I was impressed by the amount of content packed into this collection. You'll lose dozens if not hundreds of hours playing XCOM 2 on the Switch, especially if this is your first run, but as a returning commander, I'd wait for it on a decent sale. If I had to put a score on this, then I'd easily give it a 6 out of 10. I'd like to thank Prima Interactive and 2K for providing me with a review key, and for more gaming content, check out the rest of my channel. If you enjoyed this video, then why not give me a thumbs up? If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve on my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the RedTieGuy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.